Hi everyone, this is Kristen Darcy, and thank you so much for joining me with the Google Hangout about Show Us Your Socks. I have to tell you, this week leading up to Valentine's Day has been amazing. I want to share with you some of the amazing stories that very thoughtful, caring, compassionate women have shared during the course of the week. And thank everyone for either private messaging me or emailing me pictures or just sharing your story about how you've been using your IVF socks or how you've been of service to others. I want to share with you some of the groups that are online that are just amazing. The IVF Buddy group, IVF Socks Buddy group, and through those, the stories on them and that group and the pictures that have been posted about the thoughtful care packages have just been overwhelming. So what happened this week leading up to Valentine's Day? I wanted to do something focused really on self-care and self-love. And I remember way back when I was going through treatment, how it was just, I would tuck a pair of socks into my bag when I was having the ultrasound, especially in summer, just so I would have socks on. But this whole new trend of self-care and self-love is just so positive. Earlier today, Renee Wagner and I had a conversation about grounding yourself and how important that is, especially during your procedures and what you can do. And I invite you to look at my YouTube channel and participate and hear her tips and strategies about what you can do right there in the stirrups. So for today, I have our socks right here. And one thing that I didn't really think through when I was doing the preparations for the Google Hangout was that, the confidentiality of people sharing. And so although there might not be a lot of people right now with us online, there's been a lot of activity about coming together as a community and coming together in compassion and love. So who's behind me but Kuan Yin, who is the goddess of compassion. I'm sorry, I just keep on getting neat messages in about this Google Hangout, so if I'm a little distracted, I'm sorry. But getting back to Kuan Yin, so she's the goddess of compassion and just such amazing mother energy, and I invite you to research her if you're not aware of her. But that's why I have my border up so that her energy is with us, hanging with us today too. So what I would just want to touch base with is how one tip would be through your IVF, and especially at retrieval and implantation, is what is that one thing that you can do to make yourself feel safe and secure and change the energy around the situation. I want to share with you one of the couples sent in, and it's on my Facebook page. The gentleman was wearing Superman socks and the woman was wearing Wonder Woman socks. So it's just such a simple act of self-love and kindness for yourself. And I encourage you to connect through me, through my website at Kristen at KristenDarcy.com. And I could direct you to groups for support, and also to encourage you to join in on the Tell All Tuesdays, because you're not alone through this, although you might be feeling that way. So I just wanted to say one last thing about some of the amazing gift packages that were shared through the IVF Socks buddies. So within the package, so what ends up happening is you get a buddy through your cycle. And way back when I wrote Girlfriend to Girlfriend, a fertility companion, there really wasn't the structures in place for people to find an IVF buddy. And I ended up accosting people in the waiting room when I was waiting for my blood and ultrasound. And it was almost like, you know, what are you in for? How long have you been trying? What medication are you on? And I ended up finding my IVF buddy through doing that. And thinking about it now, I'm so grateful that she was open to conversation, because I looked like a crazy woman, you know, stalking people in the waiting room. But you don't have to do that now with this great World Wide Web, but also with these organizations that already have the structure in place. So if you're starting a cycle, or in the middle of a cycle, or in your 2-week wait, you know, think about what's that one thing that you can do each day to nurture your mind, body, and soul, and think about the socks. So I won't be announcing who won the socks, but I'll have to ask permission first before we do that. But these great, awesome socks are on the way to a participant, and I just wanted to say thank you so much and encourage you to sign up for my newsletter, and also join in the conversations on Tell All Tuesdays, a complimentary call each month, of course on a Tuesday. And in each month we have a theme, and if you have any topics that you would like to have covered, just go ahead and send me that beforehand. And before I leave, I'll tell you a little bit about this. So the last time I did an offering for Tell All Tuesday, and I was it was preceded by an in-person workshop, and I was explaining the importance of having a fertility buddy. And the socks are just like the cherry on top of the sundae if you have a IVF Socks buddy. But through the conversation after I had an in-person workshop, it was amazing, because this woman came up to me and said, you know, I would really like to have a buddy. I would really like to go to fertility yoga, but I don't want to go alone. And lo and behold, this other woman came up, and we were talking, and crazy as it sounds, this was from a family of my own conference in Orlando. The two women standing right in front of me never met before, but lived in the same neighborhood, and one had to go by the other one's home every day to get to her home. And lo and behold, they were at the same clinic and beginning a cycle. So there is such amazing protection and love within this universe that will guide you to that perfect person to help you on your journey, because there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And know that you have fellow travelers along the way. So God bless and great blessings. Please feel free to email me at kristen@kristendarcy.com. And thank you so much for everybody for showing us your socks. And I look forward to talking again and hanging again. And feel free to join the newsletter or connect on Facebook. But thank you so much, and have a great, great evening.